Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video, another guide type video for newer players. And this is simply because a few days ago I made a video on reactors, like everything to know about reactors. And briefly in that video I showed you how to farm reactors. Now the thing I did not cover in that video for the sake of simplicity is that every week on Tuesday the locations for the reactor drops changes. So every week you have to look at different places. It's not that big a deal. If you know how to look for reactors, you can find that. But every Tuesday, the locations change. And the reason for checking them out every week is some weeks the location or the missions available in a certain region for a certain reactor might be easier to farm. Some areas are not that good. So I just wanted to show you an example or two of how to do that. This is not like a guide because other YouTubers also tend to make the weekly reactor hunt thing like a mission where to go and get the reactors. I made them a few times in the past, but the channel was smaller and the player base also was smaller, so I did not really see much benefit of that. So this is more of a guide style video, so if you see this once every Tuesday you can check it out, get an idea of what are the best missions to farm. So what I'll do is I'll show you a few descendants. Let's start with Bunny. So Bunny, we need electric and singular. So if you press G here on the map, check the difficulty level rewards. Make sure this is in hard difficulty. And then what we do is we select electricity, we select singular. So we have two areas, Fallen Arc and Grand Square. Now both are not bad. With Fallen Arc, if you are going here, there are a few missions. I would personally prefer doing the other side. So if we go back here, we go to electric and singular Grand Square. This is Kingston, one of the first areas, easy missions. And my recommendation is this mission here, Kingston Surveillance Radar. So I'll just travel over there and show it to you. All right, so we are in Kingston in the Grand Square. And the key to doing these missions and farming reactors efficiently is to find missions in maps that are quick to farm, like you can finish the missions quickly and they have a lot of drops. So this is the best one I find in this part of the map, the Grand Square in Kingston. So this should take about a minute perhaps, and we should get some reasonable number of reactors. So we just kill these guys, and my recommendation would be Bunny. Bunny is the best one at farming this. I mean, you can use Frena as well, but Bunny is just fast. You can run around, and if you have the doggo will pick up the reactors for you, so you don't have to run around trying to pick up everything. So yeah, just kill all these people. Shouldn't take us more than a minute or so, and we'll have a bunch of reactors. So you can see two more dropped over there. Let the dog pick them up, and more people. You can see more stars on the ground. Those are the reactors. Now you'll get other types of reactors as well for other descendants with other fusion and non-attribute or something like that. So we are looking for the tingling singularity reactor. So that is the mission done. Let's see how long it took us. 54 seconds. Okay. Just stand here. Let me just get rid of these guys. We'll be looking to the inventory. And if we go here, we got these ones here. This is for Bunny. Critical hit rate, critical hit damage. So if you're building a crit Bunny, this might not be a bad one. Although I don't want a blue stat. This is additional attack versus Legion of Immortality. This one, tech skill power boost ratio, not good on Bunny. So these are actually better ones. This one here, dimension and singular, no, not that good. Two different sub categories. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reactors in just less than a minute. This is how you farm the reactors. This mission is particularly good. Now let's look at somebody else, for example. So we have Karina, we go toxic and tech. Moongrave Basin, Moonlight Lake. Okay, both of them are nothing special. Moongrave Basin, I would say this mission here in the middle, this is good. Forgotten Comms Device, very short mission. You can do it in little over a minute. And if we go back to the other side, Moonlight Lake, again, these are okay. I think this one in the middle is not too bad. So yeah, you can just repeat these missions and get them. Now, if we go and look at toxic and singular for someone like the other guy, Keelan, Misty Woods, this is a fantastic mission. Over here, this one, Hazy Swamp. If you scroll down, you also get those sort of brain things that you need for some of the farming for research and stuff like that. So this mission is very, very short with Bunny, less than a minute again, and you get a lot of good drops here, a lot of enemies. So you can repeat this over and over and get a lot of reactors. So I might actually do that later, because I have been sort of putting off building Keelan, but if I get a good reactor, I'll maybe start building. Also, let's say you want one for Viesa, you go with Chill and Singular. You have the Aurora Forest and the Ruins. I would say the Ruins are better. You can do this mission here, the Ruins Courtyard. So you just run around over here and you'll get a bunch of reactors for Viesa over here. Also, if you're using Singular and Chill, you can also do that for Heavy. So you can basically get reactors for 2 of the Descendants. And so on. So you have multiple Descendants. Let's say, for example, Sharon is the new one. So Sharon is Electric and Fusion. And for this one, it is the Hatchery. Hatchery is terrible. I would basically conclude that this week is not good for Sharon. All my homies hate Hatchery. Like, go here and you'll see why everyone hates this area. But you can still farm a few things. You can do some of the missions on the side here. But yeah, generally, I don't remember the last time I traveled to the Hatchery. I think when I was trying to farm the Fallen Hope. This is where you can see I haven't even opened this one here. This came back in like a while ago. Yeah, I don't like going here. So yeah, so that is basically how this works. And depending on the Descendants that you have built up or that you're farming for, you can, find a perfect reactor for them. Reactor changes with the enhancement and fixing the first of the sort of element type of stat. That has made reactors a lot more convenient. I did do this mission earlier before recording, and I got one which is slightly better than what I have. So what I have here is electric skill power boost ratio and skill cost. What I wanted was singular skill power boost ratio and skill cost. So I have the singular skill power boost ratio in purple once again, and skill cost is also in gold. So it is very similar. I'll probably not invest into this one, because if I got both of them in gold, then I may consider it, because the other thing you have to invest into is the implant of the different weapons. So that makes it a little tricky. I could just run with the beam rifle. That is good enough most cases. With the bunny, you don't even need to use a second gun. But I wanted to have the implant option for a smaller handgun so that bunny can run faster. And I already have it for this one. And this will not be a huge difference in terms of power. I'm already doing enough, and I've also enhanced this to 4. So I'll stick with this one now. If I was to get a gold singular skill power boost ratio and gold skill cost, then I may do that. But yeah, that is a quick video on how to farm the reactors every week. Remember, every Tuesday, the locations reset, and you can, find the reactors for your Descendant. For me personally, I play Bunny, I play Freyna, Sharon I have built up, Viesa is important right now, but I have a really good reactor for Viesa, almost perfect. Where is the Viesa reactor? This one here. Additional skill attack when attacking Colossus and singular skill power boost ratio at 0.76. So maximum it tends to go is about 8.5. This is 7.6. So it's good enough. And I'm also using this Viesa reactor to take out the Infernal Walker. I've already done it a bunch of times, so I have the skin for Viesa. But yeah, other than that, at the moment, most of the reactors that I have are good enough. So I'll be probably searching for Keelan to see if I can get something. I do have a few, so I have critical hit rate and hit damage. I don't think Keelan has high crit rate, so this might not be a good one for him. Colossus and range, this could be useful for him. Yeah, so I'll maybe, because this week the Misty Woods on the world map is good for farming, I'll probably do that like I showed you. Singular this mission. So I'll try and get a reactor for Keelan this week. Other than that, I don't really need any other reactors. But hopefully this was useful. If you're newer to the game, just keep in mind every Tuesday they change. So if you don't like a certain location, just wait another week and you'll get a better location the following week, or find the one that you want this week. So like I said, for me this week, farming for Keelan seems to be the best option because I don't need reactors for other people. But yeah, that is how you do the weekly reactor farming.